worst day ever in life.
Rat boy ears.
We're live.
Is this thing on?
And Brooke's a bunch of drama.
Hey kids, how we doing? It's the Hot Mess Express that we are live today. A couple of minutes late because everyone's having there's just lots of drama. Everyone's having a lot of feelings.
Dramas. Okay?
But we all wore the same
lemonade.
t-shirt. Except for beer.
We all like it. Hey, mine says hideous. Mine's not black. Mine's just.
Mine's just plain.
Things. I got things. I'm very busy. We're all very busy and feeling a lot of feelings.
I only own 2 black t-shirts.
You only own 2 black t-shirts? What is that life about?
Yeah, what's that like?
What is that life about?
And she shopped in Salem, so she had plenty of chances to expand that wardrobe.
How do you get
surely
that
did.
without a
I
black
couldn't
t-shirt?
buy anything in Salem. Brooke bought it all.
This is also true. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm trying to get rid of spit. It's very early in the morning because I literally woke up 15 minutes ago. We're going to go to Luke as he swallows, which is not the first time that's happened on camera, I'm sure.
I'm not sure where to go from that.
Well,
hello, everyone.
Hey,
I rushed back. Look, I'm a little bit flustered right now, so he's caught me off guard with the swallowing thing as well. I've just been doing my shopping.
How
and then
it usually
I was in
happens,
the shop,
isn't it?
And like when, get caught off guard, you know. But I was in doing shopping, and then like a lady was talking to me, and I'm like, oh, I've got to be home at 11 to film. And she's like, it's 20 to 11 now. So we made it anyway. I may have had to roll people out of my car as it moved, but that's all right. They're alive.
Yeah, well, look, some people just deserve to be kicked out of a moving vehicle, right?
You didn't leave your groceries in the car, did you?
No, that's why I was unpacking them now, and I had a can of lemonade for the show, and then I couldn't, Sprite, I should say, and I couldn't find the Sprite anyway. I still don't know where the Sprite's gone. It's just gone. Mystery of the missing Sprite.
It's still in your car.
Or on top of the hood of your car when you drove away?
No, I had it in the kitchen because I was unpacking the meat and stuff. So I don't know. Who knows in this world?
Packing the meat.
Unpacking the meat. Look, I've been copping loads, unpacking meat. It's all been happening. And you know what, though? There was always big things expected for me cock-wise.
There we go. Beautiful things. Beautiful words.
Amen
So
to that.
refreshing and recharging on a day like today.
I want to be positive about everything nowadays. You know, it's just...
It's good. We like a change. We like an attitude change. We like all that kind of stuff. I've commented on the show.
I
I've commented on the show. I've commented on the show. I've done a Vera trying to share the show, trying to multitask. Hi, babes. I'm gonna like myself. I'm gonna give myself a star. Oh, I'm great. I wonder if I'm gonna send us some coins. Oh, who knows?
I just want to say thank you to me and I don't know the other person. I got a $5 payout on Stars. So thank you. Yes, I got a $5 21-cent payout. So thank you. I know I probably paid for most of those to ourselves. Thank you.
But look, we turned a profit from Facebook. Yes! Maybe $5, but it's $5 that we didn't have beforehand. And it
only took us, 3 years?
Hey. We can each buy that stick of gum we've had our eye on.
We've got that. Yeah, we can share that group gum. Oh
no, guys, we're gonna go crazy. We're gonna throw it all on the lottery. Okay?
We're gonna timeshare a pack of gum.
One ticket.
Hey,
hang on. I'll use the money that I paid to buy Stars with. I'm gonna buy a lotto ticket right now.
Do it. Get out of it.
Oh, 420 million. Let's do it live, should we? Let's pick tickets, and then
420 million's okay.
420 million on this panel. I mean, come on.
Okay.
That's the perfect number for you, Jeff.
Steven, pick a number 1 through 69.
25.
Okay. Vera, pick a number.
69.
Christina,
20.
where the hell? Why can't I? This is ridiculous. I can't find numbers. Luke.
Let's just throw 38 in there. 38. Now, what would
Okay.
Christine? What would Yeah.
Okay.
Excuse me.
You just
What would
did your
Katrina?
universe-
Oh, I just had a
you
brain fart.
just picked the lucky Powerball number. So come on for the big money,
I can't do it.
Christina.
I don't-
No, Christina.
Christina.
Oh.
Your anniversary.
45.
No, 1
No.
through 26. Sorry,
Oh, 17.
17 it is.
17.
Sorry, I'm thinking 17. I'm thinking 7. All I'm thinking is 7, 7, 7. Like,
So, guys, the next show may have a really big budget. Who
Could
knows?
you imagine? Imagine how good we? Oh, wait, and then we copyright the story, and someone makes a movie out of it. We're loaded. We're loaded for life. If you would like to see
Came up
podcast the movie,
And remember, we've got to cast the sex scene at the fire engine. So
Yes,
Vera,
I'm
Vera
thinking
gets
my man.
no, Vera
Catherine
gets
Zeta-Jones.
Vera gets a 10-minute musical scene like the Ken musical scene in Barbie, but just with fire trucks everywhere. And Bonanza. That's all.
Oh my god.
what, like a
It's gonna be
bonanza burning down the house smash up or something?
Yeah.
Okay, I can feel it. Burning down the house.
All right, I've actually shared the show properly now.
It
So,
was a rainy night.
Christina, how are you besides frazzled outside?
Yeah, we come from outside, live from outside, because it's like a fucking oven in my house, and it's like 58 degrees out. So
I was going to say, you've
I
been
can't
kicked
be
out of
in
the
there.
office.
Yeah, well, I keep myself out. And it's just been a day, man. I've had like 100 things to do. My kid had her pre-K orientation, so like her first day of school is next week, like forever, like, and it's so crazy. And then so that was fun. I got to meet her teacher, so sweet, and she got to meet some of the kids that she's gonna go to school with, so that was fun. And then today was my brother's birthday, so we had dinner at his house. I cleaned out a bunch of shit in my kids' room. I've been off all week. So it's been like, straightening and organizing things that I've never been able to get to. What?
Nice.
Yeah. I can't hear Steve. I can't hear you, buddy.
Oh, yeah, no, none of us.
What? Muting myself.
I don't know. I was thinking
Wow, we're going back. We're going old school today. It's just,
Yeah.
it's just a
So
shit.
yeah.
Just a shit fight.
show. Yeah.
Oh, 'cause you have no idea. I actually do have fond memories sometimes of going back and watching or listening to the when the show just used to start. Whenever it's like screaming in the background. I understand it's a bit grating on the ears, but it's fond memories. But we're all good. We're still here, and so's Vera.
Yeah.
Aren't you,
I'm
V?
always here. Like,
I'm always here.
Past.
Yeah, except for next week.
Except for
You
next
need to
week when
explain
I'll
to
be
your
at Bruce.
public. You need to explain to your public where you'll be.
Yep, I will be at the Bruce Springsteen at the JMA Dome
Ooh.
Oh,
with
Nice.
all of my besties.
Ooh.
B, are you throwing a
That
pair of
sounds so
knickers
much
up?
fun.
No, I don't have enough arm strength to get my knickers on stage.
So you could like slingshot them up. You could slingshot them.
Yeah.
Woo!
Haven't you seen the size of the bras that have been going on stage at
Throw
Drake's
your
concert?
phone.
Oh, you'd probably kill Bruce at this age.
Yeah.
Imagine.
Cardi B just attacks out of nowhere.
Local
Yeah.
woman kills Bruce
Cardi B
Springsteen with
appears.
Nokia 5110.
Cardi B's got a fucking arm. She should be in the NFL. Have you seen her throw?
That's
She
one
should
of
be
my
security
favorite
at
things
her
to
own
happen
show.
this year, that
And
microphone.
power.
Yeah, she's like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Fuck yeah,
I-
right?
Yeah.
I can
And,
imagine, as
and
I
managed
said,
to still keep singing on the backing track. How amazing
I know.
was that?
she's fancy. I can imagine, as I said last week, it's something I can imagine Jeffrey doing. If someone
Oh, I'm
talked too
sure
much
Jeff's
to
done that. Jeff, you
someone
throw
drew-
up things at people, haven't you?
Oh, I've done it on stage. Actually, when I roasted Madison Divine,
Was
these
it
two
you or was it Whoopi? Was it you or
lesbinographers
Whoopi?
Oh,
were
how
like,
brutal was that roast?
they had a runway, and they were right there, and they were kind of like talking, and I just took the microphone and bashed them upside the head. I was like, "Do you want to get up here and do this?" And they were like, "Oh!" And then I poured drinks on people while I was on stage. Just flashed them with it. I've thrown food on them. I just like to shock people. Like people know when now, like especially at the gay, but well, I don't know anymore. It's been years, but it got to a point where people knew to stand back because they knew I was a loose cannon that they were either going to be physically assaulted or wear a drink.
Well, look,
You
you
were
were raised on Dynasty and
cannon?
Dallas and all that kind of thing, so a bitch that Melrose Place, a bitch knows how to throw a drink.
Or a friend into the pool in a wedding dress.
Yeah, or blow up a building and all that kind of good stuff.
I can't
Exciting.
believe it, Jeffrey.
What?
But you were a loose cannon.
Never.
No.
Not St. Jeffrey.
Warm, loving.
Very interesting. Very interesting stuff. All right. Well, we've all calmed down a bit after the lemonade frazzle that was the beginning of the show. So,
No.
speaking of big things that shoot liquid, here's Katrina A. Johnson with
Hot load of hot topics.
That's it. She's always here, shaking for the rest of eternity. We should just do a page where it's just Katrina shaking for all
We'd probably
of
get a
eternity.
whole heap with just a donate now link.
Donate now to keep her shaking.
Or let her shake it off if you donate now.
That's fucking funny.
There's our $1 million. There's our $1 million idea, right? Am I right?
Yeah.
Am I right,
Don't
folks?
you worry. I think we might be setting something up very soon.
The more people that
shit.
like have eyes on our show, they're like, say, Katrina.
We could
hey,
easily
like,
do like an
yep.
uncensored only
Yep.
fan.
They're like, yeah, tell Katrina. I said, hey, I'm like, yeah, no, you can't. No, she's not interested. She's the Erica Jane. It's expensive to be Katrina A. Johnson. She loves it.
So you come find us on Friday nights on Chatterbait.
I know, right? Like, hey. No, she probably
Luke will
knock
have
herself.
out and Vera will have her tits out. That's what we'll do.
Well,
I'm not showing my tits. It's my belt.
Judging from the
Yeah,
last
that's
time we
Thursday.
recorded with Katrina, she nearly killed herself with a ring light as well. So that was she was
Yeah.
the latest.
Oh,
She was the latest
hope
ring light victim.
I hope
So
you've kept that footage for the reel.
she was like, ah! No, it happened off camera. It was actually quite
Oh.
funny. Someone had to focus on them, and there's just this light and Katrina going. It was like the Evil Dead. It was great. I love it when there's a ring light malfunction. It's always fun.
How about
Mine's stuck to the table. It's not going anywhere.
I have the most jankiest ring light in the world. Like you don't even want to know how this is rigged up right now.
She's got jerry rigged.
I
Excited.
had
Oh,
like mine hooked up wrong, so it was like wobbling around all the time. Now it's fine, so I don't know. But it used to. I was always the candidate for the woo.
Look at natural, like natural lighting. Natural lighting. The lighting of Jesus, you know.
Yeah.
All right. Let's talk about dead people. Bye, Bob.
Aw,
Bye.
Aw.
I
the
think
price is
Bob.
wrong, bitch.
Well,
Hey,
I'm,
he didn't go. He didn't.
yeah, he didn't go over 100.
He didn't go.
Come on.
No, you didn't go over
Eligible for
100.
the showcase.
That's
Yeah.
he's gonna win that car. Come on.
Got as
now.
close to 100 without going over, and he won.
Yeah.
He did. That's very cute. I mean, everyone loves that
So
joke. Right?
sad. Yeah.
People are dying, yo. People are dying.
Who else is dead?
Well, I feel like every week we're just like, and
I
this
know. Like
person
I'm not
this week,
surprised when Madonna or
and
Britney
this
pop off.
person this week. No, they're all good.
Leave me alone.
It's going to be someone. The next big one is going to be someone unexpected. I bet you, and we'll all go.
Madonna.
What? No,
Madonna.
Madonna nearly
Is she
died.
expected?
Well, she nearly died a couple of weeks.
Yes,
She's
it's septicemia.
Luke. She's the queen of reinvention. She's not going to repeat herself that quickly.
She had septicemia.
She's
Mhm.
like, dying is so last season. I've already died.
my God.
But don't see, she is Jesus. She died and came back again.
People are
Love is
dying.
a mystery. So we're all right. The gays are right. Madonna is Jesus.
Yeah,
She's
sometimes
come
they
back.
come back wrong.
Immaculate Conception.
Oh, imagine if she gives us another immaculate collection. Oh, that tape was on repeat.
You too.
Jay,
I had it on cassette.
I
used to-
know,
I used to
man.
play
Believe
in
me,
my
I
little
remember
red.
tape.
I had a little red like tape player
Uh,
that you could
I
also
bet
record on.
he had the single of Paula Abdul's
Cassingle.
Opposites Attract, didn't you?
No, we
did
had
you
CD,
guys
but
know
we had
Australia?
CD.
I did. I did.
I had Donna Summer, I think, on a cassette.
Before ordering offline was a big thing, did you guys have, I think it was 1-800 Music Now, where you could call and listen to like albums on the
I
No.
phone?
think I remember that.
I got my grandfather, I begged him, and he ordered me, oh God, what was the album she did where she had the white outfit on and she was like leaning up against the wall and it had You'll See on it? What was that one? It was
Bedtime
Bedtime
Stories?
Stories?
Was
No,
it
after
Bedtime
it or before it.
Oh yeah, it's the I'm Sorry album. It's
It
it's
has
all the
You'll See
ballads.
on
Yeah, it's all the
it.
ballads.
Yeah, yeah. That one. I
Yeah.
got him to order me that and something else on it. But it was like, and I just thought it was the coolest thing because you could order a
I
cassette
listened to
tape
it and it showed up.
on the phone.
I know we've had this conversation before, but I think it's important to we also had is it Debbie Harry? I Want That Man.
Yes,
That's
for
all?
Bloody.
We
February.
had the EP of that, the record. That's but what was everyone's first CD? I know we've done this before.
gosh.
What was everyone's first
Oh,
CD? I can proudly tell you mine.
I know what they were.
New Kids on the Block.
Oh,
Okay, so my
And it
first,
cost about $35.
yeah, my first CD was the Real McCoy album because I was obsessed with the song Another Night. And so I needed that. And then I remember my first single though was like Australian singer Christina New Party. I don't know why I needed to have that as a single, but I did.
That song was huge. That song was huge here. Christina, what was
it's
your
tough
first
because
album?
I have older siblings, so like
Yeah, what's the first one that you bought? What's the first one that
The
you
one that-
remember buying?
I remember buying is Donna Summer, or it was
Ooh.
TLC. It was one or the other. It was Donna Summer or TLC.
Either way,
But I'm pretty sure it was Donna Summer. I think I bought
we
that
don't
because
go.
it was like, yeah.
Go.
Don't
Don't go, Jason Waterfalls.
I was always chilly.
Yeah,
know.
but you were.
No, was I?
She's
chilly?
still hot. She's still
No,
hot,
I wasn't
man.
chilly. I'm sorry.
You
I
were,
was the
you were
crazy
two
one.
bars.
I was crazy.
Your left eye.
Left eye. Thank you. I was left eye.
Oh,
My
the dead
sister was
one.
T-Bob because she had blonde hair.
Throw the.
Me and my friend, my sister would be dancing in the living room. We had a whole dancing team. Fucking A.
Vera, what was your first CD? Do you remember your first
I
CD?
have no effing clue.
Do you remember your Do you remember your first record, Vera? What are your
I had my first record ever was the 45 of Mandy by Barry Manilow.
Oh, stop!
I'm
what
not
was your
kidding
first
ya.
I think it
track?
was Hanson.
And then I converted all of, when I got older, we had albums, and then I converted all my albums to cassettes. And
What
then when
used to
CDs
be
came
track?
around, I was really resistant because I'd already bought all these albums twice. And then I eventually replaced everything with CD. But I can't tell you what the first CD I bought was.
You didn't do 8-track?
What?
You
No,
did
I didn't do
8-track.
8-track. I never had an 8-track.
No, I don't think 8-tracks took off much in Australia, did they, Steve?
We were just cassettes. We were all cassettes. All
So
cassettes
I
and
did used to
records
go out
until
with a guy
CDs.
who had an 8-track in his car. We played Rumors by Fleetwood Mac.
Oh, good choice though. Come
I can
on.
tell you where the 8-track break was in each.
Switch
Wow.
sides. All right. What was yours? What was yours, Jeffrey?
Oh God. So I don't know if my parents like won money at the casino or whatever. Like one night, all of a sudden they came home with a microwave oven, a stereo with a CD player, something else. So like that was we got our microwave and a stereo with a CD player. And my mother and I went shopping, and her and I decided. You remember the Mickey Mouse Club, right? And I think it was Christina Aguilera did a song by Mike. She did a cover of like "If You Don't Know Me by Now." So my mother loves Michael Bolton. He sang that. So we picked the Michael Bolton CD, which I helped her pick out, and I got MC Hammer. So technically, MC Hammer was mine, but I had a hand in the Michael Bolton.
Nice.
That reminds me, when we got our stereo, we got a couple of CDs because I think it must have been like a buy and get this. So we definitely I got New Kids on the Block. My parents got Anne Murray, Greatest Hits, Bette Midler,
Oh, I bet your parents were subjected to you just flaming
and the
out too to your
Carpenters.
New
I
Kids
had
on the
I
Block.
had no I had no choice.
Yes.
I had no chance, you know.
Anne Murray.
Nah.
Yeah, you didn't watch it.
I bet you were currying everything to it, like snapping it. Oh, I can see it.
Do you reckon it might be Anne Murray? Is it a sign for you? Do you think Anne Murray's in danger?
I don't know. Is Anne Murray going to be our next death? She's come
I
up
don't
3
know.
times this week.
Oh shit.
Watch out,
I know.
Anne.
You know what
Watch out,
was-
that Canadian
was
wilderness.
So who are the horses in this race now? Anne Murray, Madonna,
No, I don't
maybe
think
Brittany.
No, I think it's Anne Murray.
No, it's gonna be someone random, I reckon, because we always have that one. We're like, can we believe this person died? It's like, no, what the?
Sarah Jessica Parker.
Oh, yeah, I gotta
Just
talk
dead.
about her.
I remember like
Did have a
think that-
stroke.
I think that I first bought with my I remember my own money though, CD wise that I remember being obsessed with was Tragic Kingdoms by No Doubt.
Oh, yes.
So
Yes.
that was like the first CD though that I really
I bought Tragic
you know what I
Kingdom.
mean? That wasn't like we were just shopping and I didn't know what to buy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like in school there was that one the only reason the MC Hammer song was because there was that one that Thelma Hopkins or whatever from Family Matters was on, and it was kind of I think it had something to do with God or whatever. So we listened to that in music class at the damn religion. So I got so I did that. And Coolidge did the quit or whatever, but was Tragic Kingdoms no doubt. I was obsessed with it.
That was a good fucking album too.
I
Yeah.
bought
I
that.
think-
I bought Tragic Kingdom from Blockbuster. Blockbuster here sold CDs for a hot minute,
Whoa,
so I bought
really?
Tragic Kingdom from there, and I bought wait for it, Alanis Morissette,
It's all
Jagged
right.
Little Pill. Yeah, also.
Oh.
As we age, we do
Jagged
get a little
Little
bit
Pill
more
is a great
confused, and it's hard to recall memories, isn't it, Steve? Because we don't.
I couldn't think of the
CDs
name.
and
I was like,
Blockbuster
Alanis,
and all those
Alanis.
things are long gone.
Were you still buying
Actually-
the tapes though after CDs came out and still buying both?
Yes.
No, I
I
converted to
I
CDs.
had a player in my car.
We only had the one CD, the stereo CD player, and in my room I had my little stereo that had a cassette player, and then I had like the portable thing that had tapes. So I kept buying tapes too.
Nah, see,
Yeah.
I was ghetto. I used to record off the radio a lot. I used to be that. I
Yeah,
was like,
yeah.
Yeah, we all did that.
The first CD that I was able to put into my portable CD player was Donna Summer, but I think the first CD, because I think I got that for Christmas, all together. But the first
Yeah.
CD I think I actually bought was Hanson. Now that I'm thinking about it, because that
Yeah.
was the first concert I went to. I'm pretty sure that was one of my first favorite CDs besides Donna Summer, of course. But
All right, so
don't know
picture
what it was.
1992. No, wait. No, it's not 92. It's a lot longer after that. Yeah, but I had, though, a 6 CD stacker in my Honda Accord, and it was
Oh.
nearly
I
as.
had one in my
Fuck.
stuff.
And it would change
that
the
would be
CDs
the,
at
that would be
style.
the gayest CD
random,
stacker in the
right?
world, right?
Oh, there was Nikki Webster Strawberry Kisses. So, yeah, it was like 2000.
Yeah.
2000
That's
it was.
I had a 6-stacker in my Honda
The
too.
one that goes under the
Why don't they
seat?
keep doing that?
Yes,
though? Why
yes,
don't they do that
Jeffrey.
anymore?
The one that went under the seats,
Yeah,
yes.
and it changed its CDs all on its own. And I was like, how's it like playing the music from down there up here? But that's because I was dumb. Yeah.
Oh, mine was all in the dash. You just inserted all 6 and they stayed in rotation.
Jesus, Vera,
Yeah.
that's intense.
You
That's
were
a lot of.
Yeah, my sister's car had that. Like it was, you
Yeah.
just slide them all
I knew
in.
someone who
and,
had
like,
theirs
yeah,
in the
them
boot.
up.
Like, I knew someone who had their CD stacker in the trunk because I don't know how. Like, imagine,
Oh shit!
imagine loading it
That's
up. Oh,
annoying.
excuse me, I'm going to go and change one of my CDs.
Yeah.
I just
Gotta
remember
pull
being
over.
on, what was the lime and the hamster thing, and like
Yeah.
taking like 3 days to like burn CDs
Oh, burning
for
CDs used to be
hours.
the bomb.
But the and then when they didn't work or they didn't burn right, and then you had to
Yeah.
Or you're listening to few times a bit round. This is a Uncensored exclusive.
Yeah.
In the middle of your song.
Wah, wah, wah.
satisfaction of making your own CD and like getting it
Yeah.
in the car and like no, like there was nothing
This is
better,
my
man.
jam.
Nothing
This is my
better.
fucking
Really,
jam.
nothing better.
The
Oh,
kids
I
But
got
like you
today.
said, the second you put it in the radio, like God, I hope it plays. I hope it plays. I hope it plays. And then
The-
like
the
when it
kids-
doesn't work, you're like, well, I can't burn over it now. It's like fuck. I
Yeah,
don't know what I'm
wasted
gonna
a
do.
CD.
Wasted a CD. Yeah, I wasted
The
a
kid-
CD.
The kids today will never know the drama of
No.
having the tension of waiting for your song to come on the radio so you can go and hit it and get it right as it starts and get it before the DJ starts talking at the end.
Oh,
Yeah.
they always started talking before it ended,
Yeah.
or they ended. That Lisa
Regardless.
Loeb K, I was obsessed with, and I caught it. So for years, the version that I had, I like screwed up and hit the record button again, and it like cut out. But you hear me like I screamed, and so there was a part like so when I did
You
the song,
stay,
I all of a
motherfucker.
sudden hear, like it like the recording would screw up and it'd be like and hear me making a noise and then it cut back into the song because I realized I was hitting something in it where it started recording the outside
You.
noise.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was So I still hear it every time I hear that song because that's the way I listen to that song for
You
years.
stay. That'd be amazing.
Oh my God.
It is funny you say that though, Jeff, because like versions of songs that I downloaded back in the Napster days and that, and if they were like,
Wire.
sometimes people used to rip them off their local radio when a song was brand new, right? So you'd have something with the DJ there, and then I'd just expect it whenever I'd hear that song, even now years later. And I'm like, oh, that's right. The song doesn't actually have that in it.
That was
Yes.
This is a
Different.
DJ Vera exclusive. Wah, wah,
Well,
wah.
yeah.
I never realized, well, it doesn't matter anymore. My cousin had a video store, right? And my grandfather had 2 VCRs, and one like took whatever the shit was that they put on the tapes so that you couldn't copy them. Or we'd get the screener tapes that would come before the movies ever came out.
Yeah.
VHS
Oh, wow.
tapes were like what, $90 back in the 80s. So we never, we didn't have many movies that came from the store. They were all on
Screener tapes.
Well, no, they were like because he recorded them on like a JVC tape, and then he would give them out to all of the kids.
He would pirate. He'd be pirating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we never, that's
Old
how all
school.
of our movies were, right?
What's his
But
name?
some of like we threw them up in the VCR and hit record because we didn't pull that little button out. So again, that's another for years. Like Herbie Goes Bananas, there's the part where the kid they see him at the thing and the movie's messed up. So for years, I didn't know what happened.
You could tape it so that it held the thing out.
Yeah. They'll snap the thing. Don't even talk to me about the tension of long play recording. Oh,
I know.
be like, hit it. Oh my God, will it fit these 2 movies if I cut every ad out? If I sit here and cut it.
I'm
I
telling
don't know
you,
if
like
you guys ever had this, but we would have free HBO weekends every 6 months. Taping shit
Oh,
off.
don't you
of the
remember
free
Bar-
HBO
did you ever-
weekend.
borrow people's back when you could, when they had the cable boxes, and you could borrow somebody's box that had HBO so that you could watch HBO for the weekend. My neighbor.
Do you remember the pressure that it was to program the VCR the right way so that it would tape your dad's hockey game at the right time? Like, I
in my
mean, the
bedroom,
anxiety, that's where it started. Like,
and I couldn't tell you how I did it. I can't even hook up an HDMI cable now. Okay, I can't
oh,
do it.
forget it.
I get so stressed out.
But I was a
I
pro at
two
recording. Pro.
VCRs hooked up into a 13-inch TV and had them set so I could record two different fucking channels at once because I wanted to record the Rosie O'Donnell show and some fucking soap opera on another channel at the same time. I don't know how the hell I did that, but I did it every day.
Oh my god. My dad had season tickets to the Rangers games, right? So he wanted the games recorded just in case if he ended up on TV, you know? It was like one of those things. So like it was like, he's called like before he leaves because there was no cell phone back in the day, like make sure it's on the record in the right way. Or if he had like like parent teacher meeting or whatever, he had to work late, whatever the fuck. Make sure my thing is recorded, make sure and like you had to type in the date, you had to type in the time, you had to type in the channel, like you had to type in the start time, the end time, like
The start time always had to be like
5
You had
minutes
to give it.
before
You had to give it like a 5-minute window.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least, because
always
you don't
make it
want to
2
miss.
minutes earlier.
Yeah,
So the
and God
first
forbid
2
the show
minutes
went
were
over.
commercials. Yeah.
Yeah, forget it.
I've
And oh man, what a nightmare.
Saved by the Bell, the wedding, when
Yeah.
they were supposed to get married, I fucked up the recording on that. I thought it was like
Oh,
going to be on
no.
my birthday, and I missed it by a week and set it to record. I cried like a bitch. I was so devastated that I missed that.
Oh
And it's
Because
no.
kids,
Have you seen it since
back in the
now?
day, kids,
Yeah.
if you missed something on TV, you missed
That
it.
was
Never
it.
saw it again.
I was
You missed it.
devastated when Power Rangers stopped airing after school in season 3. They just stopped airing it, and I was so devoted because you couldn't see anything then back in the day unless Free to Air in Australia aired it or
Yeah.
Foxtel had it. And so I remember it was like 2 more years before they started airing Power Rangers earlier, so we were always really behind. And I was so dirty because I knew that like people were moving on and shit, and I was like, I don't know what's going on the show anymore, so I'm not watching it ever again.
You
Personal
Just gonna
protest
boycott
from
it
me.
all
But then
together.
it was on aggro. Remember, Steve, before school?
Oh my god, that's so funny.
You had to have known, like occasionally, like I'd be like, I'm sick. And I mean, I didn't do it often, but like, something good would be going on, like, on the Rosie show or something, or it'd be like,
Yeah, someone's
do
on.
the AOL Mondays or whatever, where she'd be like chatting during the commercials with like
I want to
people
chat to Rosie.
right? So I'd be
Oh.
like, I want to try to do it, right? So I'd occasionally miss schools on a Monday, and she would let me because she knew I was like, it was ridiculous. You know what I mean? Like if you missed it, that was it. There
You
was
missed
no.
it. You missed
Yeah.
it.
And I recorded it, and I know that there are boxes between my attic somewhere and my mother's
Oh,
garage and her attic. There's probably thousands and thousands of VHS tapes of the
Got some.
Rosie O'Donnell show, The View, and a must-see TV from Thursday nights of Friends and all those shows.
Yes.
Melrose Place.
Oh, wouldn't that be
I've
a
got
good
Buffy.
weekend, Jeff?
I've got Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I definitely have that Melrose Place for with cliffhanger with Kimberly. I remember taping it.
Yeah, I taped that.
Yeah, I
taped
remember I taped
every week.
that.
And I kept them all. I didn't record over them. And then I recorded all the ABC soap operas every day too.
So if they ever
Wow.
need an archivist, you've probably like got some episodes that they're looking for.
But
they're
did
probably
you
on
record
demand
like
at this point.
when you watched it? Would you re-record over what you had already watched? No.
No,
See,
he got-
when my father
no.
ran out of tapes because everything was recorded on, he used the home videotape. So Christmas of '89 is now half of Christmas, and the rest is the Ranger game. So it's like memories are fucking gone. Like you have half of Halloween and half of a Giants game. You have, half of the Easter Bunny, and then it's like, oh, nope, it's Friends. Like it's just
No, there's one time
it's backwards.
So there was something I don't remember. I couldn't tell you what it was now. But my mother or my father, one of them wouldn't take me to the store, and I didn't because usually I had there was like a stock of like blank cassette tapes in my
I
room,
would believe that.
and they would. I
believe that.
ran out. They wouldn't take me. I actually took like a movie and covered. I did pick a whatever it was, and I taped over
Like,
an
fuck this
actual
movie.
store-bought fucking movie.
Oh shit!
my
Me.
show.
Oh, shit.
I wasn't gonna not have my fucking show recorded.
Yeah, I get it.
Nobody, you know what I mean? Like I didn't give a fuck. You know what I mean? If it
Yeah.
was Aladdin, whatever the hell it was, I wasn't gonna not have my shit
Someone
I
had
need
to
to
get
recorded.
know what movie you
sacrificed.
recorded over.
Someone had. He'll
What?
think about. He'll think about it. I'm sure.
Oh, there's a piece of tape. I know it's in the damn box because I know at one point Joe's like, "What the hell is this?" and why is the tape? You know what I mean? He thought I was nuts.
So, well, while we're talking about like olden days and stuff, and memories, there's someone else passed away this week, which is I'm not going to mean much unless you're a '90s kid or a comic book fan. But Arlene Sorkin passed away. Now she was an actress, a long time actress with a very long career, but her major claim to fame in the '90s was she is the voice of Harley Quinn. The original voice of Harley Quinn, and Harley Quinn was never actually a comic book character. She was only introduced in Batman the Animated Series in the 90s. So if it wasn't for this woman and her voice and that show, the cultural phenomenon that was Harley Quinn would have never existed. That's so random.
Wasn't she in Batman Returns though?
No, no. Harley Quinn, no. Harley was
No,
created
Maybe
specifically.
that was the movie you taped over and you didn't know.
That's why you don't know.
but
So rest in peace, Arlene. We wouldn't have Margot Robbie. We wouldn't have Lady Gaga soon. Like,
Right?
look at how many look at how many slutty girls want to dress as Harley Quinn. Like we wouldn't
There's a
have.
wrestler,
We
Liv
wouldn't have.
Morgan. She basically like uses a lot of Harley Quinn stuff too.
Yeah,
So
just she inspired everyone. And
yeah.
I still say Brittany Murphy would have made the perfect Harley Quinn with
Oh
with the
yeah.
accent. Oh God, Mr. J, stop it.
She
Now,
would
Jeff,
have. That's a good call.
I held this one off for you because I don't know. Did you watch Jeffrey? And just like that finale?
Are you high? Of
Did we
course
see
I
the
did.
return?
Are you
was
high?
it shit?
Did we see? Hey, it could have been
Was it
shit.
shit?
Well, what's your opinion? Come on, you're the Sex and the City fan. You can tell.
I was very like, oh god, it's gonna be a cameo. It's gonna suck. I thought it was well done. I thought it fit right in with the storyline that they said like it was just natural, and I thought it was. I was kind of annoyed though that the last two seasons they had done like text messaging between the two of them, which was cute, and I thought like it really captured Samantha. You know what I mean? Because really,
Yeah,
Samantha is all about the writing, right? And they
yeah,
didn't do that this season, and I didn't really care for that.
yeah. Because I'll
But they
save it
left
up for
that
this.
out. Yeah,
Well,
they
yeah.
saved it up for that, and I thought it was just a cute little scene, and it was perfect. And then afterwards, I read on Twitter and things, and people were like,
Yeah,
"Ah,
let's talk about it.
it
It
was
was a 71-second performance,
Oh, well,
and
I've seen the whole thing then on
she
TikTok.
was paid reportedly for that 71-second performance $1.56 million.
Wow.
about time."
Well, it did enough to get the show renewed for a third season, so
Wow.
it did the
Uh,
job.
well, and
Did
here's
the
the
sh-
thing: like the ratings for that show have been going down, and there's
Yep.
no
So they
reason for
saved a
some
big punch
characters now why they couldn't have that character be based in London
and have a
with
separate storyline.
exactly. There's no reason, and I don't understand why they didn't give her own spinoff because that character. Well, I know why they're not doing that because God forbid she was more popular. That would
Yeah.
be a whole nother bag of shit. But there's no reason why they can't do something else, and they should have probably from the start because
I think Ego when Sarah Jessica's still producer, right? She's
Yeah.
yeah.
well, all the
That's not
girls
going to
are
happen.
now,
Yeah,
and
that's not going to happen now that
that was the
they're
big
all in control.
since day one, since all of these reports had come out that Kim Cattrall said they all should be making equal pay, they all should have the equal title. And that was kind of what had been the reports that she had said all along,
Yeah,
and it's like,
Not
oh,
wrong.
now
she's
she's
not
gone
incorrect.
back. And it was like, come on, man.
Did you look at the TikTok I sent you? There's a bit of a conspiracy theory about what's happening on that show.
No, I didn't see it.
No, they reckon that Carrie has dementia.
Why would she have dementia? How does that
They've got it was pretty convincing little TikTok that like she's forgetting things and like as soon as they happen.
But
and
the show's
like,
told from her point of view, isn't it? Like Sex
yeah,
and the
but is
City?
she an unreliable? That's the thing. Is she an
So she's the unreliable narrator? Oh, go the Yeti
yeah,
degrees.
check out TikTok. It's a growing
What a
it's a growing
spin.
speculation with that'd be a very interesting spin. That that she might not be, because apparently there's been I watched a couple of. I don't watch the show, so
Did you send it to me on TikTok?
I sent it to you on TikTok. Have a look on it. Have a look at it there. Have a look at it there. Oh, we do need to give a shout out actually, because speaking of girl drama and behind the scenes woo woo and titty titty bar. Our lovely friend Katie Underwood is featured in a book by her former and current bandmate. Linda Chappell's book, The Girl in the Band, is out, which kind of reveals behind the scenes of Australia's first reality TV show band, and there was some shady goings on.
Did she do the Audible recording?
It's done. I listened to it all. I listened to the whole.
I'm going to buy it today.
That's why my eyes are like this.
My money is yours, babe. I'm buying you today.
Belinda, if I was Belinda and Tiffany, I don't know how I would be so calm when someone ended my career on a whim. I'd be like, more power to these women who have the strength, because I would have
that showbiz, baby.
I would have cut a bitch. Like,
who ended their career on a whim, Steve? Tell us.
Sophie Monk, their former bandmate. You got to check out The Girl in the Band by Belinda Chappell. Bardot, A Cautionary Tale. It's not a long book, so if you want to get in there and get out. Pop Stars, the original series, is all on YouTube now. So if you want to trip back to 1999/2000 Australia, wow, gorgeous.
Or watch our interview with Katie Underwood, because we actually track her journey through the interview.
We have
showed lots of clips from all through her. TV
we talked about it with Katie. It's interesting now because Katie's had her say on the breakup of the band. Belinda's had her say on the breakup of the band. So it's going to be interesting now that the TV show.
It's all Pope's fault, hey.
The TV show is coming soon. I'm going to be interested in that.
Episode of Katie airing soon.
We might have to put Katie's episode up next week so we can revisit it. I have reached out to Belinda, but obviously she has a book out, so she's very busy. So you never know. We might end up having a chat with Belinda. She's everywhere. But congratulations, great book. Very juicy. There's some stuff in there that I went, ooh.
I'm gonna go get it right now.
Oh, The Girl in the Band by Belinda Chappell.
Does she do the audiobook, or is it an audio?
Yeah, she reads the audiobook. I love it when that happens. I love when the artist
like Courtney Act does it, Prince Harry.
Yeah. Bianca Del Rio did hers. Like, I love it when they do their own audiobooks. I think it's cute. But we're talking about getting older. Today seems to be the general consensus. Do you guys know Kevin Hart's in a wheelchair?
Yeah.
What?
Kevin Hart is wheelchair bound.
He hurt himself.
And do you know why Kevin Hart is wheelchair bound? Because he tried to outrun an athlete and tore every muscle, tore every muscle below his belly button.
Oh,
because he was trying to outrun. I think it was NFL.
So he even tore his own ass up.
He's like, where's the quote? I'm gonna find the quote because it's like pretty. I was like, you're a funny man.
He's hilarious. I don't know what he said,
aging, man. Hilarious. The dangers of aging.
That would be really painful, though. In seriousness, he'd be in a lot of pain.
After tearing his lower abdomen and hip abductors in a foot race with ex-NFL player Stephen Ridley. Oh, He's calling himself the dumbest man alive for trying to do young man stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, the age 40 is real. All my men and women out there, 40 years and above, it's not a game. Respect that age. But we've all done stupid shit like that. You're like, I can still do this. It's fine. And you go, oh.
No, I
It's funny
can't.
because
I
like
tried
he's in
to
really
do.
good shape.
I tried to do a back handspring and I couldn't even do like the back.
You couldn't do the
brace.
bridge.
Oh,
I was
goodness.
like, bleh.
Couldn't
Can't do
the
it. Too
bridge,
fat.
babes. Got no.
we were doing
back
cartwheels in
flexibility.
the backyard the other day with like my nieces and everything, and I'm like, I could do a cartwheel. So
How were you the
like,
next day though?
I was alright. I did it, but then like the first time, like I could barely, like I guess I didn't have enough momentum, just like pick myself back up to stand up. So I was like, like like so I don't fall over, and I'm like, I can do this again, and I did it again, and like just my hips hurt, like
Oh,
as soon
my
as like
hips, so
you're
good.
flailing your legs over your head. I'm like, oh my god, I am.
I've got no idea.
That's enough.
Yeah.
Never doing
No
that
idea.
again.
40 plus, it's not fun anymore.
Getting up, yeah.
I'm
Sometimes
only
getting up out of the
36.
chair's hard enough, man. Like,
Oh, God.
Oh,
although I do like to rip out a
glide,
trick
glide,
every now and
glide
then
away, my little baby.
on the youngins. And like I'll be teaching dance. I'm like, do this. They're like, I can't do that. I'm like, well, I can. They're like, yeah. Then I go like this. Oh, should have done that.
Yeah.
We'll deal with it later. I'm like, sometimes you got to put the whippersnappers in their place, but you're like, oh no. But it's always bad. Like I think 35 was when everything fell apart. Like I swear, the day after I turned 35, everything just went, you're done. It's like, oh, I've hurt myself sleeping. Oh, how does that happen?
I woke up with a neck pain that turned into a migraine today. Like it was like the weirdest thing. I coughed and like the back of my neck hurt. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have a headache later. Sure as fucking shit, I had a headache later. Like it turned into a migraine. Like, oh my god.
I put my back out
5 Tylenols later. I'm
couple of months ago.
Oh,
pussy!
there's a pussy in the screen.
Jeff's got
It's
pussy
a
coming
big
in his
white
face.
pussy.
Don't you just hate it when big pussy just upset you?
Oh, she's backing up. She's like,
Just back it up. Yeah.
She
I
feels
gave you
the
up
same.
for Lent.
I gave you up for Lent. But she's busy. She's making biscuits.
She's
Leave her
looking
alone.
down.
She's making biscuits. But
I hate cats, but that's cute.
a couple of months ago, I threw my back out because I bent down to do my shoelace up, and coughed at the same time. I was like,
love
I'm paralyzed.
that.
I had to sit down. I'm like, oh.
And as you get
I
older,
like
Steve,
that.
you'll have to be really careful when you cough that it doesn't turn into a poopy.
No. Some of us are only one way. It's all good.
Guys,
Like, I don't have-
You know what I like? When I go to like
You should
reach
not
for
be having
something,
This shit happened to you at 40. You guys are
You know what?
done.
when you go to reach for
You're
something
gonna be.
and you get that pain in the back of your neck,
like yeah,
and
it's
you're like,
do it.
I'm gonna die if I do it again.
But it's like your body going, do it, motherfucker! I dare you, reach for that. You're like, I'm gonna try.
Like, no,
You
okay,
are
I have
gonna
to
try.
go back
World
slowly
of hurt,
because it's gonna
kiddos.
contract.
Vera's like, don't talk about me and my arthritic ankles. She's like,
I only have one arthritic ankle. I have one that's
guys, it could be worse though, because that's the general theme of this show. It could always be worse, right? Because we didn't have a worm in our brains.
Oh, that was
What?
kind of gross.
A worm. Let's talk about it. A living worm. A living worm in the brain
Medical
of a
term
woman
for
from New South Wales. This is,
No.
of course,
Wait,
is
so
an
did she
Australian.
live on a property?
This is, of course, here we go. So, 64-year-old woman from New South Wales, in a whole medical drama, started with abdominal pain and diarrhea, fever, and night sweats, which turned into a world first
Sounds like my life.
16-month medical ordeal. Nearly a year and a half after her symptoms first appeared, the brain surgeons at Canberra Hospital pulled an 8-centimetre parasitic roundworm, alive and wriggling, from her brain.
Dirty bitch.
Ah!
Never wormed herself. Never wormed herself.
So this is the first time it's believed that the woman had come into contact with the feces of a carpet python and
What's a carpet
Okay.
python?
had breathed in
Sorry.
Snake.
or
A snake.
consumed in some
Ah.
in some way spores, etc., or eggs of some kind, and they grew in
How?
her brain. This is
Yeah.
the first. This is the first case worldwide of human like contraction of this this thing. Yeah.
Is she
So that-
alive? Is she
She's
alive
alive.
and okay?
She's alive. So in 2021, she was experiencing a range of blood diseases, and they couldn't figure out what was happening. By 2022, she developed signs of forgetfulness and depression, which made them, have an MRI. They're like, okay, cool, because that's signs of there could be like tumors and stuff like this. And the doctor noticed the abnormality was changing quite quickly. So they're like, all right, cool, we have to get in there and have a look and see what it is. This is the direct quote. But when I put in my tumor holding forceps, basically like tweezers, I picked out a linear object. My immediate thought was some sort of wire. And then I realized it was moving. When I saw it was moving, I was like, get it out of my hands right now. We all felt some wave of nausea and put the thing into a pot where it was rapidly wriggling and trying to escape. The doctor very excitedly called infectious diseases because I thought, oh, we've got something.
Oh, my department.
Called infectious disease doctors to ask what kind of treatment the patient would need. This is probably the scariest part. They said at that stage, all we had to do was give it a really good wash out, and close her up, which we did.
Okay.
So they
I'm
just
curious,
rinsed
did
her
her
out.
symptoms abate?
Yeah, she's fine. She's good now.
Yeah,
So they
that's my
I-
curiosity.
like I know I keep going back to Grey's Anatomy on a lot of shit like this, like medical stuff. They did this too. It was called like something sarcosis or something like that, and this guy had 8 of those in his brain. And Derek Shepard, the brain surgeon, had to
Course.
remove pop. Like I'm sorry, I have a cigarette in my hand, but it's not lit. Pop the hole that they were in, and then take the worm out one by one. It was fucking hilarious. Like, I mean, it was intense because it was, Addison Shepard's brother and all this whatever. But like,
look, I know.
and then, like,
right?
you said this, I saw this story. I was like, oh, I've heard of this before. Like, but now you're saying it's the first
what
one
is
that's
happening?
What is
ever been.
Jeffrey's house or something?
There must be a moth,
It's like the haunted house of Jeffrey tonight.
unless the cats are
Jeffrey's
jumping
house of
over him.
horrors.
Is the
Yeah.
cat? Is the cat doing a seer and swinging from the chandelier? You all right,
What's
girl?
happening?
What happened? It's a
Looks like
bug,
she's
isn't
in a.
it?
She looks like
There's
she's
a
in a
bug.
coffin.
There's a
Look
bug.
at-
Jeffrey,
What do you
isn't there?
say?
There's a bug.
Jeffrey, you dead?
It's a moth. It's gotta
Sorry.
be a moth.
Derek Shepard was operating on the man with the worms. Go ahead.
There's a bug of some kind. We're
He
not talking
saved
about
him,
it.
and he was completely fine. But the guy's symptoms were different than this woman's. He was just having like seizures and headaches.
No, but it's really
Jeffrey's
good on
going
those
down.
medical shows. Like, remember how Dagny Kerr was like losing her baby and they saved it? And that was on which
This
one
is
was
not-
that?
That was
ER.
Grace. That was it. ER or Grace?
It was ER. It was
Oh,
the
I
one
like
with,
ER.
with Angela Bassett.
That's it. Angela Bassett did the thing.
Yeah,
There
because
was a
she
lot
was
of
her
things.
doctor.
Like even on Grey's Anatomy, they did like where this surgeon is performing surgery on a fetus, like, and then like inside the womb as the woman's pregnant, because they have to like detangle some kind of thing. I don't know, whatever the fuck. The baby had a tumor.
Had
I
to
don't know.
apply a detangler. So-
Yeah, like had to like cut a tumor off the baby inside the womb and then like sew her back
And that
up,
was-
and everything was
That
was when
fine.
the That's when the special guest star was Tabitha Coffee. She's like, I've come to detangle the baby. You're a cunt.
Surgeries
I live.
that happen.
But yeah, that was,
Most of those shows draw their stuff from real life, though.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. This
I
worm
know.
thing, I'm surprised. Like it's
They
the
do.
first
I know
case.
that the human brain doesn't like as an organ doesn't feel pain, right? But you've got to
Right.
feel something
she
crawling
felt like
around
She had
in there.
headache. Did she have
Intestinal problems,
migraines?
Blood dyscrasias.
But if it's a real, like that's 8 centimeters. That's a lot of that area.
She probably had
You
a
have
lot
to
of
feel it
pain
moving
in her
around
head.
in
She probably
there.
She had
definitely had
pain. She had
headaches and
chronic
shit.
pain.
Yeah.
She had symptoms coming out of her ass.
Yeah,
Well,
literally.
no, they wouldn't come out of her ass.
She had
That's the problem.
diarrhea.
They were stuck in her brain.
It would, yes, it was stuck in
Oh
her brain.
no! Do you reckon she like
Ugh.
tried to? Do you
And
reckon
now
they
she's
found her
fine.
outside just in the dirt one day?
Well, you know what? My
I'm
question
a
is: there's
worm.
so many people. There's so many people living with chronic, undiagnosed conditions and syndromes. I wonder if, like, we need to explore this a
Worm
little
brain.
more.
Jeffrey looks dead.
He's watching.
Oh, he's hiding from whatever's on the roof.
What is happening? We
This
need
is
to know
it's
what
very
you
much like
found.
it's very much like a Tippy Hedren moment.
I think there's a bat in the house.
No. I live.
Is it a
There's
spider?
tension.
A bat in the
It's
house.
something.
It's gotta be a
No,
moth.
no, it's one of those big mosquitoes, but it's fine because it got caught in a spider.
See, Jeff, life
The big
finds a way.
mosquitoes don't bite. The big ones like
But
those.
all of
They're
a sudden it
fucking
was flying,
scary.
and then it just stopped midair, and I was like,
If
what
you
the
ever
fuck?
wondered what happened to the dino DNA, it's those big ones. They're like, "Rrrr, I got it. It's like,
He
no,
I was gonna
probably
say I got
sucked
2
on
huge spiders
that big
behind
one.
me.
Probably ate a larva and is gonna implant that in your brain.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Don't tell Jeffrey that. He's got enough
Yeah,
problems.
like thanks.
Vera. You can tell she's feisty, but obviously too feisty because, ladies and
Apparently-
gentlemen, it is that time of the it's that time of the show. It's time for Vera Vance.
Yay.
Okay, let's go. 2, 1.
I was sure we were going to talk about Mitch's glitch before that, but hey, that's okay. This week I'm going to talk about terrorism. I remember 5 years ago when Trump was running against Hillary. It was more than 5 years ago now. God, 7 years ago when Trump was running against Hillary. I had a cousin from the West Coast write me a very threatening Facebook post about how vote for Hillary was a vote for terrorists and that the Taliban was going to be coming into my local bar and chopping my head off. Well, 7 years later, still no Taliban chopping my head off in any bar, restaurant, workplace, or other. But there was a lot of fear mongering about terrorism. And ironically, that is the definition of terrorism. It is the use of a threat of violence or actual violence to coerce or intimidate someone into a specific political or ideological belief. It's indoctrination by terror. And it was everywhere during the Hillary Trump campaign. And it's remained persistent, but this time it's switched. We don't have the Taliban as our enemies. Our enemies are white guys with manifestos who show up at historically black colleges but can't get past security, so they go blow up a Dollar General. In this country, we've seen a rash of white supremacy terrorism, though it's just a small percentage of our overall mass shootings, but we won't go there. I've been there before. But I want to talk about how terrorism works. It literally makes you afraid. But the reality is that death by terrorists, even in this escalated time of terrorism here in our country, is so rare, you are more likely to die of diarrhea. Okay, kids? And just like any other bully who rules by intimidation and fear, you can't give into it. The only way a bully succeeds is by that first follower who makes everybody else follow behind them. Now, Sacha Baron Cohen told a story when he spoke at a Martin Luther King rally about going into these 2 different bars as Borat and trying to get the patrons to sing this, incredibly anti-Semitic song, "The Jew in the Hole." And one bar, every single person in that bar sang that song. And he knows that not every single person in that bar was hateful, but they weren't able to stand up to the hate. Whereas he walked into another bar and one person stood up and said, "That shit doesn't fly here." And everybody was behind that one person. We have to be that one person. We have to be the voice that stands up to the bully. Yes, you don't want to die from a terrorist manifesto, a white guy with a gun, but you don't want that terrorism to be ruling your life. Stand up to the bullies, kids. It's the only way we're going to survive this time. Thank you. That's my TED Talk.
Look, I'll be honest. There has been times when I felt like I was going to die by diarrhea. We've all been there.
Yeah.
We've all been there.
Oh my God.
Yeah, nearly happened in Cambodia.
We've
Yeah.
been
Nearly
there.
died.
7% of all deaths in this world are from diarrhea.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
When your
It's
body
usually
goes,
old people. Hey, Vera. It's usually dehydration and old people, right? Old and children, I guess. Babies.
And starvation. I mean, Somalia, there's a lot of diuretic diseases that dehydrate the hell out of starving children.
there's nothing worse than when you don't know whether it's coming up or coming down, but it's definitely coming out.
But you are more likely to die of diarrhea than terrorism. Don't.
I thought you were
I
going
was-
to talk about 9/11 because coming up in terrorism.
She's
oh my God,
she's not Mariah Carey. She doesn't bring 9/11 up randomly. You don't want to talk about 9/11.
No, I mean,
I love that Mariah's biggest. I love that Mariah's biggest problem with 9/11 is that it made her movie bomb. Like she's like,
Oh my God, are you fucking kidding me?
she's still not over that. 9/11 killed glitter. She's like, no, those bastards.
Yeah, I'm sure that's the reason.
I don't
Yeah,
think it was that. I really don't.
Really?
No.
Are you gonna tell Mariah that, Jeffrey?
Yes, I will because I finally watched it. Like I don't know, maybe
Jeffrey, you're an asshole.
it's in Missouri, and I'd be like, Mariah, it wasn't 9/11. Your movie sucked.
Yeah. Brittany got there first.
J-Lo
Brittany got there
and
first, babe. It's okay. It's
Yeah.
okay to admit it.
Yeah, Britney's
Yeah.
movie was better.
And Brittany had Kim.
Crossroads, wasn't it?
Brittany had Kim Cattrall as an alcoholic mother. I mean, come on.
Oh, that's cute.
You
I want
can't
to watch that
beat it.
now.
I know. I know. My
You know what
favorite
movie
part was-
I've watched way more than I should have in my entire lifetime is How to Make an American Quilt with Winona. I've watched it.
Such a random movie. To
I
watch.
know, and I've watched it like more than 5 times, so I don't know what's
Why?
happening.
What's
I
the-
don't
what's the
know.
draw?
There's nothing even that good about it. I've just
My favorite movie
watched
with
it.
her is Mermaid. Come on.
Oh,
You
yeah.
gotta watch Mermaids more than 5
The
times.
town tramp. No, mom, that job's already taken.
It was
Oh,
a good movie.
that
That
was.
was
I
a
love.
good movie,
I love
yeah.
Cher as an actress. I feel like
Yeah.
that's one thing we missed out on. A bit more Cher acting.
Oh yeah.
I
Yeah.
agree.
She was great.
She
I would
just
have
had
loved
too
to.
much money. She didn't care.
I would have loved to have seen Cher in a horror movie. I reckon she would have been great in
Well,
a
I
horror
would have
movie.
watched Suspect again with her in it. When she was the
Oh,
lawyer.
Jason, don't do it. Oh, Freddy, don't make me come back home. Home.
Well, she could cameo in a Freddy movie.
Doing Sean Hayes doing Cher.
I know.
Yes. Sean Hayes was the best.
Snap out of it,
Oh.
Michael Myers. It'd
Actually,
be great. It'd be great.
And then when
I
he
live.
just fucking falls on the floor.
you know what show could
miss
actually
Will and
incorporate
Grace.
Cher, Steve, would be Chucky. I reckon they could make Cher work in that universe.
Child's Play.
One
Let's be a friend of
100%.
Jennifer Tilly's, right?
Yes.
Oh my god. The episode
Yes.
of season 2 with Gina
Gina
Gershon
Gershon.
in it was fucking brilliant. And Meg Tilly, it's so like they're playing themselves. It's
Yeah.
fucking hilarious. That show has no right to be as good as it is. It's just like, why
Right?
is this show
They
hilarious?
made the most ridiculous concepts all tie together and work. I don't know.
I know.
how they-
It blows my mind. Like, how do you make a movie series like Child's Play all
About
of the
dolls
movies,
that had babies.
It
all
was
of the
so good,
movies,
though.
all of the movies are canonical, and they all fed into this TV show, and it's like,
Yeah,
what?
it was
Like,
really
so
good.
for people that say horror movies, like all these franchises can't work, I'm like, it can. Look at Chucky, because it was the one that was never like, it was always like the B league.
That's the hardest one to make work, and they
Leprechaun.
made it
I know.
work, right?
They made it.
So I'm
work.
sure
everything.
Friday the
Friday
13th,
the
Nightmare
13th.
on Elm Street will all be great.
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
Well, Friday the
because
13th coming. Is it Crystal
we-
Lake?
with
What's it called?
Crystal Lake, it's still not filming yet, though. I thought they'd started filming it, but they haven't started
right.
filming it.
Probably
So.
the writer's strike.
Gotta get caught up in the strike, so it won't be. Definitely won't till next year. Now, there's not a lot of new TV coming. There's not a lot of new TV coming, kids. So we've got to take what we can get.
Pay the
I know
We need
that-
to get Belinda Chapel's book, everyone.
I know that
I stand with the WGA.
American Horror Story is coming. So whether you are going to watch it or not, because they're still filming.
Is
So-
Billy Lords in it?
Billy Lord did it. Kim Kardashian,
Kim
Emma
Kardashian.
Roberts. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's all about babies and spiders and whatnot, from what I can see. Babies and spiders, but whatever. So yeah, we have. I was trying to lead into it. We have some upcoming horror, some uncensored horror coming up. We've got possibly a round table. We'll talk about it. I don't know, but there is a very special episode of Uncensored Confessions coming as well,
No.
which
And I missed out again. Boo.
the wetter the
it's all
better.
about me,
The wetter
boo.
the better for that one.
So true.
But you must make sure that you're doing the thing. We know that people are subscribing to the YouTube. Thank you for making us 500. We're
More
at
than 500,
505.
yeah?
505. So we're getting
5
there.
more.
Slowly but
We
surely.
need 1 more, please. Kim
5
Nolan.
more. You're probably on Facebook now because people love Facebook. But share the love around. Jump onto Instagram and Twitter, and then there's TikTok when Jeffrey
Tiki.
is not
Yeah.
living his life.
You
You
can
know,
see my
and if you
dogs escaping on TikTok.
If you want to give us some more money, go buy some merch because why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you?
Penis t-shirt yet?
Penis t-shirt. Oh, I was like, penis t-shirt. Right. Okay. Well, that's a different story.
Make it a
But
big
we will
black
see you again
baby
very,
penis.
very soon. Keep your brainworms in check and stay uncensored, kids. Bye. I forgot to say hi, Tim. We hope you're feeling better.
Oh, hi,
Yeah.
Tim.
Oh,
We hope
he's
you're
doing
feeling
better.